Democracy always on my mind. I'm stacking knowledge, no time to waste. You gotta invest smart, gotta keep up the pace. I'm reading books, learning all the tricks, studying the market, making calculated picks.
What is good, everyone? It is your boy, Reckless Ray Dinero, and we are back at it again with another episode of Crypto Portfolio Updates. And today, we're going to talk about Bitcoin touching, yet again, $120,000. But before we get into that, folks, let's make sure we've hit that like button. Let's make sure that as we do that, those of you who have been here more than 2 times, consider touching that subscribe button. Free support lets you know when I'm dropping this content. Also, if you want to be in the know as soon as it happens, as soon as these premiere, go ahead and hit that bell notification and make sure all notifications are on. I promise not to flood your newsfeed. For those of you who are in the Wolfpack already, you're already part of the Wolfpack, you're already associated, you're affiliated, and I ask that you share the content because people need to hear, at least at minimum, hear this. I listen to everything, so I don't really watch much. But for those of you who watch, cool. For those of you who don't watch and are listening, you're in the same boat that I'm in. I very rarely actually watch content. I listen to it predominantly on YouTube. We're going to go ahead and just jump right on into it. We're going to breeze on through this, do our portfolio updates. These are going to... Actually, I'm not even going to say they're going to be boring. They're just going to be pretty straightforward with the exception of the Bitcoin moving on right now. But one of the things that we are going to notice, we're going to go ahead and start it off right. Bitcoin is at present sitting at $119,590. It touched 120 again on my way home, and I was super excited about that. I was like, we were bouncing in a range, it's consolidating, people were getting bored, altcoin season has apparently started, and we touched 120 again, and I'm here for it. That puts us at a Bitcoin dominance of 59%. We're actually seeing some movement down in that, which is awesome. We're going to talk about that. ETH is up to 100. ETH dominance is up to 11.2%. Noticeable move for Ethereum. Gas fees on ETH are at 0.434 Gwei. Make some moves on Ethereum right now. Moving on to the top 3 trending coins. At number 1, we have Bitcoin. Go figure. At number 2, we have Zora. And at number 3, we have Spark. You guys are getting back to the basics. I'm feeling that. Let's see here. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next thing, which is our top 5 gainers and losers. Oh yeah, we've got some gaining going on in the gainers. Let's start off with the gainers as always, and I hope everybody gets an opportunity to be on this list because it's awesome. It feels good. And I hope that it happens for you guys soon as we are entering what seems to be alt season. We're actually seeing some dominance moves. And, that's kind of a little bit of a signal. Our top 5 gainers starting at number 1, we have at rank 900 and... Oh, hold up a second. Did I pull this up to the screen? No, I did not. There we go. That's what we're missing. Let me make myself Microman down there in the corner. Get back over in here. Okay, so at number 1, we have at rank 991, we have just meme coin with a gain of 343.9% in the last 24 hours. At number 2, we have at rank 496 Strike with a gain of 84.2%. At number 3, we have at rank 688 Rise with a gain of 76.8%. And at number 4, we have at rank 445 Zora with a gain of 56.4% in the last 24 hours. And last but not least, rounding it out, one of my oldies but goodies, At rank 888, we have Synapse, SYN, with a gain of 42.7% in the last 24 hours. Moving over to the top 5 losers for the day. I'm hoping that nobody ends up on this list, but if you do, if you happen to find yourself over in these waters, I hope it's a day like today where it seems like it's some pretty sideways movement. Hopefully it's a good entry point for a coin that you've been eyeing, or if it's a coin that you're already invested in, it's a coin that you're DCAing, and this is a good opportunity to scoop up a little extra. Let's get it started. At number 1 with a rank of 737, we have Yala with a loss of 24.3%. At number 2, we have at rank 129 Conflux with a loss of 21.7%. At number 3, at rank 677, we have Doge with a loss of 20.8% in the last 24 hours. At number 4, at rank 283, we have Neo Neko with a loss of 16.3%, which actually we could flop this out with number 5, but it's a live update, so it is what it is. We have at rank 858 Talbot with a loss of 17.2% in the last 24 hours. Now, moving on, we got to give the deets because we're moving in the right direction now. In the last 24 hours, we are basically at 0% change, but here's the interesting thing. We're only at a loss now of 16%, which is a big move in the right direction. We were sitting at like 28% a couple of days ago. Or actually, I'm pretty sure last week. So we're going to go ahead and move over to... Did that switch the screen? I think it switched the screen for us. Yes, it did. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move on over to the portfolio. We got the bull run portfolio that we got up first. We're going to go ahead and run down the top 10 holdings. At number 1, doing some big... Oh, we're going to talk about this. At number 1, we have Solana, SOL. At number 2, we have Ethereum, ETH. At number 3, we have Thorwallet, DEX, TGT. At number 4, we have Aave, AAVE. At number 5, we have Radium, RAY. At number 6, we have Superverse, SUPER. At number 7, we have Jupiter Perpetual Liquidity Provider Token, JLP. At number 7. At number 8, we have Injective, INJ. At number 5, we have Akash Network, AKT. And last but not least, at number 10, we have Avalanche, AVAX. We've had some movement within the portfolio, which is awesome. We've had some forward momentum. The Solana position is doing what it needs to do. Kind of have some high hopes for this now towards the end of the year, considering we're starting to move. Hopefully stuff gets to where it needs to be so we can do what we need to do, but we've definitely had some forward momentum in Solana. TGT is kind of on the chopping block because the staking on that's gone to crap. And then one of the other interesting things that we've got is with the staking on Avalanche, they changed it. And this is one of the issues where you don't follow your protocols regularly. You end up in situations where they'll change things and then you have to figure out where your tokens have gone. And so I thought we'd... the protocol updated and they just moved this to a liquid staking token versus keeping it staked on the site, and they deposited it back into your hot wallet. So if you haven't been on Aave in a hot minute, you'll probably notice that within the protocol itself, if you go there, their staking section, it's not, your Aave is not sitting in there anymore. It's in your wallet, and they haven't updated it to where it just auto populates on things like Uniswap. But if you go actually look up the token on Uniswap, you have to manually add it. So that's something to think about. And, at least once a month, probably tap in on the places that you have your stuff staked to make sure that they haven't done updates, or check the Twitters and make sure you're getting the updates from those. As we're working our way through, going back to the Bitcoin touching 120,000, that is a big move. Printing new lows. So like it did it after quote unquote market close, but we're sitting strong at 119 now. So we might be looking at our next leg up, just something to keep everyone's collective eyes on. And I think that's all we've got for the updates today, because we haven't really made any moves. We haven't really tapped in with too much of anything in that respect. Things are going the way that they're going, and as they keep going up, we keep getting closer to hitting some targets there. But tap in with me down in the comments. Make sure everybody's watching. We're gonna have that next all-time high party, because it looks like we're gonna start moving up again. Till next week, people. I'm out. Peace.
Money on my mind, yeah. Focus, got no time for games, nah. I don't play, man, I'm all about that financial literacy. Investing in my future, building generational wealth. Dollar bills, they be calling my name, but I ain't chasing fame, I'm chasing change. Learn the game, now I'm playing it smart. Putting my money to work, it's an art. I'm stacking paper, building my own empire. No more living check to check, I'm getting higher. Investing in stocks, real estate, and more. Gotta secure the bag, that's what I came for.